Welcome to a review exercise on the preterite and the imperfect tense. Today we'll take a look at all that we have seen so far in the previous videos on the preterite and the imperfect, but just for a quick review, you may refer to your book Exploraciones on the pages 10 and 11 on the same subject. Let's start with the first question, shall we? Nosotros dash al museo el mes pasado. We blah 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 to the museum last month. The verb is ir, to go. So we went, in English it would be we went to the museum last month. We're looking for a verb, the verb ir that has been conjugated in the right tense. That would have to be the preterite because we're talking about a specific action that was completed in the past. We went to the museum last month. That was it. We're done with it. And we'd have to get this verb ir conjugated in the right tense. We've seen that, the preterite, and the right person, which is the subject, nosotros, the first person plural. Our options are fuimos, vamos, van, and fui. When we look at the last one, fui, it's in the right tense. That's the preterite, but it's not in the right person. So that's a wrong option. When we look at number C, option C, it's in the right, it's neither in the right tense nor the right person, because it's the third person plural, ellos, ellas, ustedes, and we're looking at nosotros, and it's in the indicative, the present indicative tense, so that's wrong. And then when we come to B, that's in the right person, nosotros, but it's not in the right tense. So our correct option is fuimos. Nosotros fuimos al museo, el mes pasado. We went to the museum last month. The second example. No me das pasear por el barrio. The verb is gustar, to like. So I don't like strolling in my neighborhood. We're looking for the verb gustar conjugated in the right person and in the right tense. So the person is the first person singular, yo. And the tense has to be either in the preterite or in the imperfect. The correct tense is the imperfect because we're describing how we are feeling. Remember that when we looked at the lesson on the imperfect being used to describe our moods, we understood that when you want to describe how you're feeling in the past, you'd have to use the imperfect tense. Okay, so no me guste, that's the subjunctive, it's wrong. No me gustan, that's the indicative, and it's even in the plural, so it's wrong because the action here is just a singular action, pasear, and it's not a plural object. So that's also wrong. Gusto is wrong because gustar is not conjugated with o, as, no. So it's totally wrong. The correct answer is C. No me gustaba pasear por el barrio. Third example. Sofía siempre dash todo su dinero comprando dulces. The verb is gastar, to waste. So Sofía always wasted her money, all her money with sweets. She always bought sweets and she wasted her money doing so. We're looking for the verb gastar conjugated in the right person, Sofía, third person singular, and the right tense. Then the preterite or in the imperfect. In this case, it would be the imperfect because we're talking about an action that was more of a habit. Gasto is wrong because it's not in the right tense. It's in the present indicative tense, and we're looking for the verb gastar in the present, in the imperfect tense. So gastaban is also wrong because it's in the right tense, correct, the imperfect, but it's not in the right person. So it's a third person plural. We are looking for the third person singular, Sofía. The option D, gastas, is wrong because it's in the second person singular form, tú, and it's in the present indicative form, so it's also wrong. Our correct option is gastaba. Sofía siempre gastaba todo su dinero comprando dulces. Remember that when you're talking about the imperfect being used to describe habits, there are some keywords, one of which is siempre, always. So Sofía always wasted her money buying sweets. It's something that she used to do time and time again. The fourth example, Juan, te das bien cuando das estas pastillas. We're looking at the verbs sentir and tomar. Straight away, this is wrong because it's still in the infinitive, it hasn't been conjugated. We can work with those. So we're looking for sentir and tomar conjugated in the right person, Juan. In the right person, tú, because it's a question being asked, being made directly to Juan. And we know that because of the pronoun te. So the last option, sentiste, is in the right. The first one is in the right person, tú, and it's in the right tense, the preterite, but the second one is not, so it's wrong. The third option, same way. The first one is in the indicative, it's wrong, but the second one is in the preterite, which is right. So our correct option is B. Juan, ¿te sentiste bien? Did you feel well? Cuando tomaste estas pastillas, did you feel well when you took these pills? And then the last sentence, dash 1987 y Pepe dash adolescente. We have the verb ser being used to describe. So we are describing things in the past, therefore we would have to use the imperfect. And we're looking at the verb ser being used to describe the year and being used to describe Pepe. We have to get the verb ser conjugated in the right tense, the imperfect, and the right person. In this case, we would have the third person singular. The first one is wrong because the first option is in the third person plural, but the second one is in the third person singular. Second one is also wrong because the first answer is is correct, but the second one is wrong because it's in the third person plural. D is also wrong because the first one is in the second person singular, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about, and the last the other answer is correct because it's in the third person singular. So our correct option is era 1987, it was 1987, y Pepe era adolescente, and Pepe was a teen, an adolescent. Bien, thank you so much for joining today, y hasta la próxima.